All right, let's dive right in. We're here to talk about a technology that is already changing our world. And frankly, it's about to do the same for counseling education. Artificial intelligence. It's not just a buzzword anymore, is it? It's a force that is going to redefine what it means to be a counselor. So today, we're going to explore all of it, the opportunities, the threats, and the really big questions AI raises for us as educators. And this quote, it just says it all, doesn't it? Our fundamental role is to prepare our students for the world they're actually going to be practicing in, not the one we came from. We've got to give them the tools to thrive in that future, and that means really understanding and using AI effectively. You know, to really get what's happening, we need to see AI as more than just a new app or a cool piece of software. We're talking about the next great revolution in human history. So take a look at this timeline. Each of these moments didn't just change how we work. They fundamentally changed who we are as people. The agricultural revolution gave us homes and communities. The industrial revolution built our cities. The digital revolution connected the entire planet. And now we have the AI revolution. And believe me, this isn't just about new gadgets. It's a seismic shift in our society and even our sense of self. So what even is AI, really? The easiest way to think about it is like a super-powered assistant. Now, it can't think for itself, not really, but it is unbelievably good at spotting patterns in massive amounts of information. So tools like ChatGPT, they're basically this assistant, but for language. They've digested a huge chunk of the internet, and they use that to generate text, answer questions, you name it. And our job as educators is to teach our students how to work with this new kind of assistant. Okay, so enough with the big picture stuff. Let's get real for a second. Because this isn't some hypothetical future we're talking about. AI is already being used in our field, right now, by practitioners and by the clients we all serve. I mean, this isn't science fiction. A recent study found that nearly half, 43% of mental health practitioners are already using AI. They're using it for things like research and handling all that paperwork, basically making their practices run smoother. This means our students are about to walk into a professional world where AI is just part of the furniture. We have to get them ready for that. And hey, it's not just us professionals. That same study found that over a quarter of people out in the community are using AI for their own mental health support. Think about that. Our students' future clients might walk in having already talked through their problems with a chatbot. That's a whole new dynamic we need to prepare them for. And if you're feeling a little skeptical about a machine being, human enough, check this out. A recent study actually compared chatbot and physician responses to real patient questions. The result? The chatbot was preferred almost 80% of the time. And get this, the responses were judged to be not only higher quality, but more empathetic. Now, why could that be? Well, the AI can pull from huge databases of compassionate language, and it doesn't get tired or feel the time pressure a human doctor might. Now, does this mean AI is a better therapist? Of course not. But it does show us it's capable of a lot more than we might assume. Okay, but with all this potential, there's a flip side. With any massive change comes massive risk. And just like we teach in counseling, we need to address the anxieties first. Let's talk about the scary stuff, and once we've done that, then we can explore the possibilities. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This new power brings a whole new level of responsibility, and AI is no different. It's on us, as educators, to prepare our students for the ethical minefield that comes with this new technology. We absolutely have to move forward with caution and a really healthy dose of skepticism. And these concerns, they are very, very real. I mean, what happens if our students lean so heavily on AI that they don't develop their own core clinical judgment? And how can we possibly trust these black box algorithms where even the creators can't tell you exactly how they work with sensitive client data? And what about algorithmic bias, or when the AI confidently makes up false information? They call them hallucinations. And maybe the biggest question of all, how do we make sure that technology doesn't get in the way of the human-to-human relationship that is the absolute heart of therapy? These are the tough questions we have to start tackling. All right, so we've looked at the dark side. Let's take a deep breath and pivot. Because AI doesn't have to be the villain in the story. If we frame it right, it can be an unbelievably powerful tool. Think of it as a new digital assistant for both you and your students. So how do we navigate this? Well, we start by focusing on the opportunities. AI isn't just a threat, it's also an incredible tool that can help us become better educators and, in turn, train even better counselors. I want you to think back to your own education for a second. Remember waiting days, maybe weeks, for feedback on a paper? With AI, that feedback can be instant. We can create personalized learning paths for every single student, giving them exactly the support they need right when they need it. This isn't about replacing us, it's about giving us superpowers to be even more effective. And look, this isn't just a nice idea. The data is starting to show it works. A recent meta-analysis found that AI-supported teaching leads to better outcomes, especially in hands-on, practice-based fields like ours. What did they find? Students actually develop better practical skills, they're way more satisfied with their learning, and they get a deeper handle on the material. So what does this actually look like in a classroom? Well, platforms like SimCare AI are already here. Students can practice their counseling skills with AI-powered avatars in a totally safe, supportive space. They can get instant feedback, they can try a scenario again and again and again until they get it right. This is a total game changer for counselor education. So, what's the big idea here? I love this metaphor. Think of AI as your personal assistant, a brilliant PhD-level assistant who's read everything and works at the speed of light. But, and this is key, it's also naive. It doesn't have your clinical experience, your intuition, your wisdom. It's a tool. And like any tool, its value depends entirely on the expert who's using it. And that really brings us to the heart of the matter. To actually thrive in this new world, we don't just need new tools. We need a whole new mindset. Now, I'm going to say something that sounds a little dramatic, but stick with me. AI is the end of education as we know it. The old model of just memorizing facts and spitting them back out on a test, it's obsolete. In a world where any of us can get information instantly, we have to teach something more valuable. We need to be teaching our students how to think critically, how to reason ethically, and how to partner with this incredible new technology. So, what does this new mindset look like? Well, first, it's a shift in our students' work from just generating content to curating and evaluating it. Second, it means we move away from simple recall of facts and toward deep critical reasoning. And for us as educators, it means our role shifts from being the sage on the stage who has all the knowledge to being the guide on the side who provides the ethical framework and asks the right questions. The bottom line is the revolution is here. It's not coming, it's here. And ironically, the best tool we have for navigating this change is the change itself. But learning the technology isn't the biggest challenge. The real challenge is changing our own minds about what it means to teach and to learn. So I'll just leave you with this question. Are you ready?